to C4SS. Today we are going to discuss about a topic in economics, that is theories for the relationship between population and resources. Is there likely to be a population crisis? Here is a human population growth chart including projections. Pessimistic approaches. Thomas Malthus 1734 was the co-person behind pessimistic approach. He wrote an essay on the principle of population in 1798 which described a forthcoming population catastrophe. World population was then 9 million. World population has now grown to close to 7 billion. Core principles of Malthus. Food is essential for life. Population increases faster than food supply. Therefore, Malthus predicted that population would grow until it reached the limit of food supply, then there would be widespread poverty and famine. Malthus recognized that population, if left unchecked, will grow geometrically, whereas food supply increases arithmetically as the amount of land is finite. And therefore, he said, there would be a Malthusian catastrophe. Malthusian checks. Malthus stated that once population reached this point, checks would come into play to readdress the balance between population and resources. 1. Positive checks. Increased levels of misery, that is war, famine and diseases. 2. Preventative checks. Celibacy, later marriage, etc. Was Malthus right? Evidences to support Malthus. There has been a population explosion. Repeated wars and famines in Sahel region of Africa suggest population growth has outstripped food supply. FAO says that more than 800 million people are chronically malnourished. UN says that by 2050, 4.2 billion people will be living in areas that cannot provide enough water for basic needs. This shows the Sahel region of Africa. But critics say that Malthus did not allow for the development of new technology, the opening of new land for cultivation, mainly in the less developed world, the development of irrigation systems which have allowed for increased yields, the green revolution, that is widespread introduction of high yield crop varieties, pesticides, fertilizers, etc. The slowdown in population growth as countries develop economically and progress to the latter stages of the demographic transition model, that is DTM. Neo-Malthusians. Neo means new. Accelerated population growth in less developed countries since the 1950s renewed Malthusian fears. 1972, the Club of Rome published Limits to Growth Model. The Club of Rome. The Club of Rome is a non-profit, non-government, international intellectual think tank. It is presently headquartered in Germany. It operated under the guiding principle that each human being can contribute to the improvement of world's societies. The Limits to Growth. Limits to Growth model was based on 5 variables: population, food supply, industrialization, pollution, and non-renewable natural resources. All these variables were increasing and were assumed to grow exponentially. Here is a graph showing the depleting resources along with the growing population and food per capita along with industrial output per capita. Basic conclusion for Club of Rome. If present growth trends continue and if associated industrialization, pollution, food production and resource depletion continue unchanged, the limits to growth on this planet will be reached sometime in the next 100 years. The most probable result being a sudden and uncontrollable decline in population and industrial capacity. If the usage of these resources continues at the same rate, the resource will last only for the next 95 years. Is the club of Rome right? Don't panic yet. It doesn't take into account the ability of humans to respond to situations and innovate. Human responses have changed. Example, alternative energy sources, high yield variety seeds sent to Africa, etc. A more optimistic approach. Esther Bostrup, 1910 to 1999, was the key person behind the optimistic approach. He wrote The Conditions of Agricultural Growth in 1965. He was way far opposite to Malthus. People have resources of knowledge and technology to increase food supply as necessary. Bosrup's main points. Environments have limits that restrict population, but these limits can be changed using technologies. Population growth is the trigger for innovation to allow food supply to increase. Example, irrigation, weeding, crop intensification, better seed quality, tools, techniques, etc. Here is the Bosrupian model. Was Bosrup right? Evidences which supports Bosrup. Increasing intensity of shifting cultivation, move from slash and burn practices to using irrigation in rural areas with higher population densities, the Green Revolution, widespread introduction of high yielding varieties, pesticides, etc., hugely increased yields allowed more people to be fed genetically modified organisms. Bosrup admits that overpopulation can lead to unsuitable farming practices which may degrade the land. Example, population pressure as one of the reasons for desertification in the Sahel region. A comparison between Malthus and Bosrup. Malthus believed food supply limits population size. Population growth would soon outstrip food supply. This leads to war, famine, and diseases. Positive and preventative checks would be needed. Bosrup believed with the growth in population, people would find new ways of acquiring food. This would lead to technological and agricultural advances. There would be no need to reduce population size. Here is a model to compare between Malthus and Bosrup's principles. What do you think? Thank you for watching the video. Give your feedbacks in the comment section and subscribe this channel for more informative videos.